Hello, dear viewers of a Better World Network around Australia and also around the world. Welcome to another episode of the show Stars Talk. And tonight our guests are dear Vedad Theophilus and her dear son Abbas, who are both from Los Angeles in California, and they are both into different arts, in particular music and singing. Dear Vedad and dear Abbas, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha to you. So I just explained to the viewers, us Baha'is, when we see each other, we say Allahu Apa instead of hello or salam. I mean, we still say other things, but to each other we say Allahu Apa, which means God is the most glorious. So I just explained that to the viewers in case they don't know what Allah Apa is, because most of our viewers are Iranians in Australia who follow us on our page, and most of them are actually not Baha'is, so they've come from various different religions or even atheists. And so Allah means God is the most glorious, and Baha, which means glory, as Baha'is we believe is the greatest name of God. So anyway, we go into the interview. So I start with Vedad because they say ladies first. And so Vedad, can you please tell us about your music?
My music?
Yeah, generally, like, how did you start and what made you interested into music and singing, and are your works mainly in English or Persian, because or what other languages and everything?
Oh yeah, I'm the first time I heard music was from very young age. Maybe I don't know. I'm 1 year old, 2 years old, or younger. By sound of my dad. That I born Abadan, and my dad early the morning before dawn was sound, but loud sound, say all of the prayer, Baha'i prayer and tablets sound, a special sound of that, always sweet and special, that sound, and especially when saying holy word. And my music is some experience between originally from childhood and my mother's side, that very back, great mom, my mother, there was Bibi Tuba, that she was sister of Varga, Martirio Varga. That family all was in art, poetry, music, that everybody knows how those family are. And my mom also had very good voice. And this way, I always, music was in my ear and my life. And my dad always support us from childhood, all kind of he teach me how singing, how talking, how performing. And by that time, I start to learning and music and hearing Persian music that is so unique and fantastic. Of course, because I am Persian. And after that, when I went with my parents, I moved to Spain. I keep continue listening and singing and learning in an academy in flamenco art. And after, when I with my mom, we came to America, I keep continue and more serious. I singing and learning the flamenco and Persian and some English also.
Yeah. So I just had a question. So before we go to dear Abbas, we are going to take a short break to see some of your work. So I love that particular your work in Persian, which is the hidden words of Baha'u'llah, that you and Abbas sang in open space, which was very nice. Due to the COVID and Corona, it's nice to be in open spaces these days and away from, not too close to people. And
Yes.
we'll just take a break and we'll see one of the works that dear Vedad and her son, dear Abbas, did, and then we'll come back.
ای بنده من از بند مول خود را رهایی بخش وز حبس نفس خود را آزاد کن وقت را غنیمت شمر زیرا زیرا که وقت را دیگر نبینی و این زمان را هرگز نیابی وقت را غنیمت شمر ای بنده من از بند مول خود را رهایی بخش وز حبس نفس خود را آزاد کن وقت را غنیمت شمر زیرا زیرا که این وقت را دیگر نبینی و این زمان را هرگز هرگز نیابی
Thank you very much.
All right, everyone. So we are back with Vedad and Abbas, mother and son. So now we go to dear Abbas. So Abbas, John, please tell us about yourself, your academic studies, because I saw your graduation photo on your mom's Facebook, and also just tell us about your interest in music and is your music? I assume it's more focused on Baha'i ideas, right?
Yeah. So I think this general spirit of music in the household has definitely influenced me growing up. Listening to my mom practice with different guitarists in town, and so I think I slowly began to assist her and accompany her. I started percussion in middle school, or about 13 years old, and was on the drum line. So little by little, I was assisting my mom in some of the flamenco styles on the cajon, and I continue to do that, mainly focus on Baha'i things, the Baha'i music, and currently I'm a sophomore at Western Washington University, majoring in urban planning, because I think that is very important service for the future. So in a way, music and service are both this form of prayer in a way, and to divine perfection in a way. So this is kind of the way that I've tried to direct all things in my life. I am moving towards a goal and a service. So yeah.
Excellent, Abbas John. And Just like you said, this Iranian, like they call him the pop father of Persia, Mr. Shahbal Shapare, he said similar thing to what you said. He said music is connected to all aspects of life. You know, an engineer we're working listens to music, dentist plays music in their surgery. You know, we are all associated with music. And unlike some other fanatic beliefs that believe that music is evil and all that, Baha'is actually, and a lot of the other people, not just Baha'is, many people from various cultures and religions, believe that music is like a ladder for the progress of the soul. So we all need music. I mean, the soul progress is not just prayer and talking to God. Many other things, including music, service to humanity, helping people, helping the poor, working for human rights, working for, against poverty and all that. They all can be things that can help with, progress of the soul and service. Abbas, how old are you, by the way? And you said you are still studying, right?
Yeah, I'm 19, and I study in town. It's actually very 15 minutes away from where I live now. But yeah, I'm in urban planning, which is planning for the development of communities and the cities.
Sure. And dear Vedad, your name is Vedad. Is that a Persian name, and what does it mean?
Yes. Oh yes, it's Persian name. And my parents chose that name because they sent me so many tablets and writing Abhala and Abdul Baha and Shoqi Rabbani was this name that mentioned that mean Vedad and friendly and friendship and love.
Sure.
They come from the Vadud, Vedad, all of this.
Yeah, nice. And your last name, which I assume is your husband's last name, is Theophilus. Is that American or?
Yeah, my husband is American, but his name is Greek from antepassados, Spanish antepassados. That means very back. That Theo, that means God, and flesh, that means lover. Theophilus, that means God lover. Actually, very nice. Sure. I met my husband in Haifa.
Very serving there? Were you serving there or on pilgrimage? Were you on pilgrimage in Haifa?
I was with my mom a pilgrimage in 1991. 1991. Sure. Yeah, it was so amazing.
And you said you are related to the Bargha family as well, right? Dr. Ali Muhammad Bargha, who was member of House of the Cause.
My mother's side, yes.
Sure. Yeah, I just want to say something about that. So we are just wrapping up the interview now because, like I said, our shows are no more than 10 or 15 minutes because they are clips on social media. Dr. Bargha, when I was in Holy Land, I had the privilege to attend one of his speeches a month before he passed away. And at the age of around 96, his brain was very sharp. He was giving speeches to people. Of course, he had difficulty walking physically, but his mind was very still sharp and alert. So he was saying that us Baha'is in the West, at the moment, we are all comfortable. It's not that difficult. But he emphasized twice. He said the words very soon twice, that, the persecution of the Baha'is will start in the West as well. As Abdul Baha said, it will start in Europe and America. But as Baha'is, we are always very calm and relaxed and just enjoying the love of God in our heart. And the Baha'i friends in Iran are severely persecuted, but they have such a joyful, happy spirit. Yeah. And also your son's name is Abbas. That's the same name as Abdul Baha, which is his name was Abbas Effendi. And many people may not know, but he was an Iranian Baha'i, the son of Baha'u'llah, who is the founder of the Baha'i faith. And he traveled to America decades before Martin Luther King started his movement. And he talked about equality of black and white. And he conducted a marriage between a black man and a white woman. And he talked about equality of men and women. Decades before black people were given the rights or women were given the rights to vote. So, and his trip was not a normal trip. It was broadcasted in, newspapers, even Christian newspapers wrote about him. He gave speeches in the churches, in the universities and everything. And so he had a fundamental effect. And
Right.
I guess that's how God is working to make this world a better place. And just at the moment, with all the current political situation in America, as Baha'is, we just believe in love and unity, and with the Corona crisis and everything. Sorry, I'm talking too much, but just the last sentence I was going to say is that Dr. Helmut Grossman, who was a German gentleman who passed away 3 years ago and former member of the House of Justice, actually said that some crisis will happen in around 2020, and after that, a year later in 2021, entry by troops will begin. But anyway, these are philosophies, predictions that only time will reveal. But Vedad John and dear Abbas, do you guys have any last words to say in the last couple of minutes? I will start with Vedad.
Oh, thank you. Uh, I wish just love and unity and health and safe for everybody around the earth. That we know how we needed helping and be with each other.
Sure.
Yeah, and I
Thank
love
you
you
so much,
all.
and dear Abbas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And dear Abbas John.
Abdul Baha said, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there's always time. So I send my best wishes to all the viewers and for the future ahead.
Thank you so much. And dear viewers, you can see the page of dear Vedad on as subtitles, and you can visit her and see her beautiful works on Facebook. And and we'll end the show. Thank you so much for viewing and for seeing hundreds of our other clips on our pages on Facebook and Instagram. You can go to our pages here as well. Thank you so much and have a good night, everyone.
خودم که تازه از ایران اومده بودیم و اینا بیشتر تو اون گروه بودم و اینا همیشه میگفتیم که اصلا اون شور و هیجانی که تو بچهای ایرانی توی ایران هست هیچ وقت اینور نیست. درسته خود ایرانی‌ها اینجا با هم خوب هستن خدا رو شکر ولی کلا
Tonight my guest is Mona Kirani. She's a part-time author, part-time pharmacist and a full-time mom.
نه من هیچ ارتباطی با خانم گوش ندارم و متاسف.
But it was a difficult journey to reach. There were about 3 communities there that required that haven't seen a doctor. Most people